So, as most of you guys have seen, they put a stop to the new player seasons in BDO. Now that season servers are gone, a lot of people who are looking to get into BDO or are new to BDO are wondering, is the game still worth playing? And the short answer to this question is yes. Yes, it is still worth getting into BDO, even though seasons are gone. So in this video, I'm just going to talk about why you should still play BDO even though seasons are gone, and as well as what a new player can expect and how BDO has changed since it came out. First thing I'm going to do is just go over the recent changes for those of you who don't know. Black Desert Online had this thing called season servers, which were a really great way for new players to progress and catch up to the general community of BDO. As of right now, they are not adding another season server in. They may in the future, but not currently, and they've switched over to something called olvia servers. In these olvia servers, you get the new player experience, but it's not the same as season servers. A lot of people think that now that season servers are gone, you're not going to have the same level of progression in the olvia servers, which isn't true because they've added this new feature with Naru and Narchilian gear. So what happens is when you make a new character, you go through the main quest line. Once you go through the main quest line, you get bits and pieces of gear called Naru gear. Also in the quest line, you get these things called beginner blackstones. These beginner blackstones make your Naru gear stronger as you enhance it. Once you get your Naru gear to the pen level or enhancement level 20, you can change it in for something called Narchilian gear. Narchilian gear is equivalent to around duo to tri black star armor, so it's actually a very good baseline for players coming into the game. The one thing that Seasons did well was they also took care of accessories, because you can have Tuvala accessories. What Pearl Abyss has done now is that they've given you an achievement reward for hitting level 61. So once you hit levels 58 to 61, you get a free tri accessory for each slot. Towards the end of your olvia progression, your gear should look somewhat like this. I'm going to go ahead and pull up a BDO planner so you guys can see exactly what your gear will look like. This isn't going to be an in-depth guide on exactly how to get this gear. I can do that next, but this is more just talking about where you'll end up at the end of your olvia journey. So assuming you got all the accessories from the quest line as well as levels, you should be around 231 AP and 291 DP. This puts you around 521 gear score. But as a new player, you're probably wondering, what is the importance of 521 gear score? Well, the thing is that the higher gear score you have, the more options you have in terms of grinding spots. So, if you're looking to grind as your main source of income, you can grind at spots like Murmok, Bloodwolves, Mountrams, Force, or Naros, and if your class is absolutely cracked at grinding, you could probably even do History on Akhman. But the main point here is that you'll be able to do mid-tier grind spots with this gear score. So coming out of the olvia servers, you'll already be at the mid-tier grind spots, and you'll be able to make your way up in the progression ladder that way. So from a gearing standpoint, I still think BDO is a great game to get into, even though seasons are gone. You still get this Narchilian gear, which allows you to grind at mid-tier grind spots, and you are able to catch up to the rest of the community. But I also wanted to add my own perspective into this and just say that BDO is a great game to join, regardless of the gear catch-up mechanics right now. Maybe a few years ago, I would say BDO is kind of tough to beginner players because there's a lot of money you have to spend. There's a big paywall, but I think over the years, they've kind of made it a lot easier to get into the game. They've given out free pets, free inventory space, and even changed the market up so you don't have to deal with the enhancing system if you don't want to. Additionally, they also made it so life skills have some kind of progression. So initially you just get your life skill gear and you'd basically try to level it as far as you can. But now they've added a mastery system, so every time you get a certain level in your life skill, you get points towards a mastery as well as gear adding up to this mastery. And every time you hit a mastery bracket, you make more money or you get more gains from whatever life skill you're doing, for the most part. Some life skills don't have the mastery system yet, but they may in the future. And lastly, I'd like to say that in general, the outlook for BDO is looking pretty good. And by that I mean there's a lot coming in the future. In the near future, there's actually going to be a snow zone coming out in BDO. Along with that, there's going to be some sort of dungeon raid system, which would be really cool for cooperative play. So in general, you know, they're working on making the game a lot better. They're trying to add a lot more content. So this is a great time to join so that you can experience and try to catch up to all the content. But that's basically it on my end. I just wanted to make this video to talk about BDO seasons being gone and if it's still worth playing the game. Of course, it's still worth playing the game, and it's still a great time to get into BDO, and I just wanted people to understand because there were a lot of questions around this by new players. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a like. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitch. If you are a new player in BDO, I can help you out, give you some tips and stuff like that. I stream pretty much every day at 6:30 p.m. EST, so feel free to catch me then. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.